And so I would just encourage any pastor that if you're in a very dry period and all the disciplines of grace of reading the Bible and prayer and the Sabbath, none of this really helps, then you might, like sadness or depression, many times means that something painful has happened to me. I'm sad because sad things have happened to me. And it would be a time to maybe reflect, maybe find a counselor, somebody to walk you through your past. Because if you don't deal with your own wounds, it's going to affect your ability to lead well. And to find somebody that will walk with you, help you grieve, and understand how that 8-year-old felt when he was home all by himself, how that 10-year-old felt when he got beat up every time he came home from school from his drunk father, or just indifference, and just being that invisible child that nobody ever really got to know. And so I encourage pastors to go through that process so that they can grieve and develop a healthy sense of empathy for their own wounds. And then you will have empathy for those that you're ministering to. So that's one thing that I would definitely recommend. Now, some pastors might say, "Oh, well, why do I have to look back? You know, I don't want to do that." I mean, sometimes we find ways of escaping the woundedness. We'd rather not face it because it is too painful. And so ministry can actually, like, if I can stay busy, I won't get in touch with those that ache in my soul. And so for some people, it can be addictions. It can be too much shopping or drinking or pornography or sports. But I always have to be doing something. Why do I always have to be doing something? Well, maybe it's because I'm escaping that pain that is tucked away that I don't want to deal with. And so one of the main reasons why I have discovered why it's so valuable to go back and grieve is not just for one's own health, which is huge, which will enable you to be more empathic with your congregation. Like I'm quite sure that, some of these pastors that are all very legalistic and harsh in the pulpit, I pretty much can tell you that if I could get them alone, I can go back. They're wounded, but they have never experienced empathy from anybody. They've never experienced somebody comforting them, showing them grace to their own wounds. So if you haven't experienced it, guess what? You become just like what you experienced when you were a child. So it does impact one's ability to minister and shepherd others.